Well, today we're going deep on crypto.
Oh, yeah.
And not just any crypto. We're talking under-the-radar coins, these like hidden gems that could totally redefine the market.
I love it when you say hidden gems. It really does feel like we're on a treasure hunt.
It does. And today our map is this article.
Okay.
It's called 10 Crypto Coins Under the Radar, Revolutionizing the Market, Hidden Gems You Need to Know.
Catchy title. I'm already hooked.
Now, full disclaimer, this isn't financial advice.
Of course.
We're here to understand this tech and its potential impact. Consider it a peek into the future.
The future you could be a part of.
Exactly. And let me tell you, this future we're diving into is pretty diverse. We're talking coins that are changing how we stream videos, how we shop online, connect our devices.
And how we power our homes.
You got it. Okay, let's kick things off with IOTeX.
IOTX.
Yeah, IOTX. It's bridging this gap between blockchain and the Internet of Things.
That's a big one. What IoTeX is doing is basically building a secure network for all our smart devices, like your smart fridge, your thermostat, your car.
We're all collecting data, talking to each other.
Right. IoTeX makes sure that communication is secure and tamper-proof.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Imagine the implications for healthcare, secure communication between medical devices. You're preventing errors that could be life-threatening. Or in logistics,
Yeah.
real-time tracking of goods could streamline supply chains, cut down on waste.
It's about bringing blockchain security and transparency to a world that's becoming so interconnected. And speaking of interconnectedness, that's where our next coin comes in. VeChain.
VET.
You know it.
VeChain is tackling another major issue, trust and transparency in those supply chains.
Absolutely.
They're working with some big companies to implement blockchain solutions that let consumers track a product from its origin all the way to their doorstep.
Imagine this. You scan a QR code on a product and boom, you see exactly where it came from, how it was made, even its environmental impact.
That level of transparency could be a game changer for industries like food, fashion, even pharmaceuticals.
It gives consumers the power to make informed choices and hold companies accountable for ethical and sustainable practices.
As someone who's always curious about what goes into the things I buy, this is really exciting to me.
Absolutely. It's about empowering consumers, building trust in a system that's often not very transparent. Now let's switch gears to a coin that's diving into the world of AI. Fetch.ai.
Okay, FET. This sounds super futuristic. Decentralized machine learning.
Right.
Break that down for us. What does that even mean?
All right, so imagine a world where AI agents are handling your complex tasks, like managing your finances, optimizing your energy consumption, even finding you the best deals online.
It's like having a personal assistant powered by AI.
Yeah. And instead of these AI agents being controlled by one company, they operate on a decentralized network powered by blockchain.
So no need to trust a single corporation with your data. That's pretty mind-blowing. But how does that decentralization actually benefit me?
Okay, think of it this way. Decentralization makes these AI agents more secure, less prone to bias, and it makes them accessible to everyone.
No matter where you are or how much money you have.
Exactly. It's about democratizing access to this really powerful technology.
I'm seeing a pattern here. These under-the-radar coins aren't just about technology. They're about using it to create a better future, more equitable, more empowering.
I like that.
Which brings us to
Theta.
Theta,
Yeah.
taking on the world of video streaming.
Now, you might be thinking, what does blockchain have to do with streaming? But Theta is doing something pretty innovative. They're building a decentralized network where users share their bandwidth and resources to actually power the streaming experience.
So instead of relying on centralized servers, we're all contributing to a shared network, kind of like a peer-to-peer system.
Exactly. And this approach could improve streaming quality, reduce latency, even lower costs for everyone involved, and it gives the users more control over their data and their online experience.
And they've got Google backing them, which adds some credibility.
For sure. All right, ready for another one?
I am officially hooked on these under-the-radar coins. What else have you got?
Let's talk about Ocean Protocol, or Ocean. It's creating a data marketplace for the future, recognizing the value of data in our world.
Data is the new gold, right? But what does a data marketplace actually do?
Think of it this way. Right now, there's tons of valuable data locked away, inaccessible to those who could benefit from it. Ocean Protocol is creating a platform where individuals, companies can buy and sell data securely using blockchain technology.
So it's like unlocking all this information that was hidden away.
Precisely. And this could be huge for fields like scientific research, AI development, even personalized healthcare. Imagine researchers having access to a pool of medical data. It could lead to breakthroughs in disease prevention and treatment.
That's incredible. It seems like these coins are creating entirely new industries.
Absolutely. And speaking of disrupting things, our next coin origin protocol, or OGN, is aiming to shake things up in the world of e-commerce.
Okay, tell me more.
They're building a platform for decentralized marketplaces where buyers and sellers connect directly using blockchain and DeFi.
Wait, DeFi? What's that?
DeFi, or decentralized finance, is a way to recreate traditional financial services like lending, borrowing, and trading, but without the need for banks or other middlemen.
So it's all about giving people more control over their finances.
Right. Creating a more open and accessible financial system.
Okay, so how does this apply to e-commerce?
Imagine instead of buying through platforms like Amazon or Etsy, you connect directly with the seller, negotiate prices, and make payments securely using blockchain. No more hefty fees for platforms, no restrictions on what you can buy or sell.
So it's like a peer-to-peer marketplace, but powered by blockchain.
Exactly. It could be huge for consumers and businesses, especially small businesses that often have trouble competing with the bigger platforms.
This is about empowering individuals, fostering entrepreneurship, and creating a fairer marketplace. Which brings us to a coin that's addressing a challenge we all face. Internet connection.
The struggle is real.
Tell us more about Helium HNT.
So Helium has this bold vision to build a decentralized wireless network for the Internet of Things powered by people like you and me. Imagine, instead of relying on traditional cell towers, which are expensive and have limited coverage, we create a network of small, low-power nodes hosted by individuals all over the world.
So I could turn my home into a mini cell tower and earn crypto for providing connectivity. That's amazing. How does that even work?
They use a proof of coverage algorithm to encourage people to host these nodes. The more coverage you provide, the more HNT you earn. It's a win-win. Users get better connectivity, hosts get rewarded, and we build a stronger, more decentralized internet infrastructure.
It's like the sharing economy meets blockchain technology.
It is, and it's a great example of how blockchain can help create a collaborative and sustainable future. And speaking of sustainability, our next coin energy web token, or EWT, is taking on a big challenge: the move to renewable energy.
This is something I'm really passionate about.
Yeah.
So how is EWT using blockchain to revolutionize the energy sector?
Well, EWT is developing a blockchain platform that's specifically designed to support the growth of renewable energy sources. Picture a world where wind farms, solar panels, all those clean energy sources are connected on a decentralized network.
Allowing for efficient and transparent energy trading.
Exactly. This could change how we produce and consume energy, make it more sustainable, affordable, and accessible to everyone. It's about creating a future where clean energy is the norm.
It's incredible to think about the impact this could have on climate change. This is truly using tech for good. Now with all these different blockchains popping up, I have to wonder, how do they all work together?
That's a great question. And it leads us to our next coin. Quant, or QNT, Quant has developed this technology that acts as a bridge between different blockchains, allowing them to talk to each other, share data smoothly.
There's like a universal translator for the blockchain world.
Exactly. And this is so important for blockchain to succeed. As it grows, we need these different networks to be able to interact. Otherwise, we're just creating isolated islands of data, which would limit the tech's potential.
Makes sense. We need to connect these different ecosystems and create a truly interconnected blockchain world. Which brings us to our final coin for today, Hedera Hashgraph, or HBAR. This one sounds like a serious player.
It is. Hedera Hashgraph is positioning itself as a faster, more secure, and more efficient alternative to traditional blockchain technology. It's not actually a blockchain, but a different kind of distributed ledger tech with some really unique features.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more about these unique features. What sets it apart?
One key difference is how Hedera Hashgraph reaches consensus. Instead of using energy-intensive mining like Bitcoin, it uses a gossip protocol where nodes spread info about transactions throughout the network. This makes it super fast, capable of processing tons of transactions per second with really low fees.
Wow, that's impressive. So it's faster, cheaper, and more energy efficient than traditional blockchain. What kind of real-world applications are we talking about here?
The possibilities are huge. Because of its speed and scalability, Hedera Hashgraph is perfect for handling high-volume transactions like those in financial systems, supply chain management, even voting systems. It's also being explored for things like identity management and data security.
And they've got partnerships with big names like Google and IBM.
Yeah.
That's serious credibility.
Absolutely. Hedera Hashgraph is definitely a coin to keep an eye on in the coming years. And with that, we've reached the end of our exploration of these 10 under-the-radar crypto coins.
Wow, what a journey. I feel like I've gotten a glimpse into the future. It's amazing to see how these companies are pushing the limits of what's possible with blockchain technology.
It's inspiring to see how this tech is being used to solve real-world problems and create a more equitable, sustainable, and decentralized future.
And the most exciting part is this is just the beginning. We're only scratching the surface of what blockchain can achieve. But before we get too carried away with the future, I have one final question for you. We've seen how these coins are revolutionizing industries like finance, supply chain management, and energy. But what other parts of our lives do you think are ready for disruption by blockchain technology?
That's a fantastic question. One area I find particularly interesting is blockchain's potential in healthcare. Imagine a world where medical records are stored securely and privately on a blockchain, giving patients total control over their data.
That would be a game changer. No more worrying about data breaches or having to jump through hoops to get your own medical history.
Exactly. Blockchain could also be used to track where pharmaceuticals come from, ensuring that meds are genuine and combating counterfeit drugs. It could even be used to create more efficient and transparent clinical trials.
It sounds like the possibilities are endless. It's amazing to think about the positive impact this technology could have on healthcare and ultimately on people's lives.
Absolutely. And that's what makes this space so exciting. It's not just tech for tech's sake. It's about using tech to make a real difference in the world.
I couldn't agree more. And I think that's a perfect note to end on. To all our listeners out there, remember, this is just the beginning. The world of crypto is constantly changing, and there's so many opportunities for those who are willing to explore and learn.
Keep an eye out for those hidden gems, those under-the-radar coins that have the potential to reshape industries and create a better future.
And remember, the best investment you can make is in knowledge. Keep learning, keep exploring, and stay curious.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Thanks for joining us on The Deep Dive.
It's about creating a network where all these players can connect and trade energy in a transparent and secure way.
Oh, wow. So instead of relying on big centralized power plants, we could have a distributed network of clean energy producers and consumers.
Exactly. This could completely revolutionize how we think about energy, make it more sustainable, more affordable, and accessible to everyone. It's about making clean energy the norm.
It's amazing to think about the impact this could have on climate change.
Yeah.
Really using tech for good. Now, with all these different blockchains emerging, I'm curious, how do they all work together?
That's a great question, and it brings us to our next coin, Quant, or QNT. Quant has this tech that acts like a bridge between different blockchains, allowing them to communicate and share data seamlessly.
So it's kind of like a universal translator for the blockchain world.
Exactly. And this is critical for the future of blockchain. As the whole ecosystem expands, we need to make sure these different networks can interact with each other. Otherwise, we're just creating these isolated islands of data.
Right, which limits the potential of the technology as a whole.
Precisely.
It makes total sense. We need a way to connect these ecosystems and create a truly interconnected blockchain world. And that brings us to our final coin, Hedera Hashgraph, or HPAR. This one sounds like it's a real contender.
It is. Hedera Hashgraph is presenting itself as this faster, more secure, and efficient alternative to traditional blockchain tech. It's not actually a blockchain itself, but a different type of distributed ledger technology with some unique features that make it incredibly powerful.
Okay, you've got my attention.
Yeah.
Tell me more about these unique features. What makes it different?
Well, one of the key differences is how Hedera Hashgraph reaches consensus. Instead of using that energy-intensive mining like Bitcoin, it uses something called a gossip protocol, where nodes spread information about transactions across the network. This makes it incredibly fast, capable of processing thousands of transactions per second.
And all with very low fees. That's amazing.
Exactly.
So it's faster, cheaper, and more energy efficient than traditional blockchain. What are some real-world applications for this?
The potential is huge. Because of its speed and scalability, Hedera Hashgraph is well suited for those high-volume transactions, like in financial systems, supply chain management, even voting systems. And it's being explored for things like identity management and data security.
And they've partnered with some major players like Google and IBM.
Yeah, those are some big names, which gives them a lot of credibility.
Hedera Hashgraph is definitely a coin to watch in the coming years. Well, with that, we've come to the end of our exploration of these 10 under-the-radar crypto coins.
Phew, that was quite a journey.
I know. I feel like I've been given a glimpse into the future. It's inspiring to see these companies pushing the boundaries of what's possible with blockchain.
It's really amazing how this technology is being used to solve real problems and create a more equitable, sustainable, and decentralized world.
And the most exciting part is that this is just the beginning. We're really just scratching the surface of what blockchain technology can achieve. But before we get too carried away with the future, I have one last question for you.
Sure, what is it?
We've seen how these coins are revolutionizing industries like finance, supply chains, and energy. But what other areas of our lives do you think are ready to be disrupted by blockchain technology?
Hmm, that's a great question. One area that I find particularly fascinating is the potential of blockchain in healthcare.
Oh, healthcare, that's a big one.
It is. Just imagine a world where medical records are stored securely and privately on a blockchain, giving patients complete control over their data.
That would be a game changer. No more worrying about those data breaches or having to go through so much trouble to access your own medical history.
Exactly. Blockchain could also be used to track pharmaceuticals, ensuring that medications are genuine and prevent those counterfeit drugs. It could even be used to create more efficient and transparent clinical trials.
Wow, the possibilities really are endless. It's exciting to think about the positive impact this technology could have on healthcare and ultimately on people's lives.
Absolutely. It's why I find this space so exciting. It's not just technology for technology's sake, it's about using tech to make a real difference in the world.
Couldn't agree more. And I think that's the perfect note to end on. To all our listeners out there, this is just the beginning. The crypto world is constantly evolving, and there are countless opportunities out there for those willing to explore and learn.
It really is. It gives you hope for the future.
It does. And it's a reminder that we don't have to just sit back and watch. We can be a part of shaping this future, even in something as complex as crypto.
Yeah, a lot of people get intimidated by crypto. All the jargon, the fluctuating prices, they think it's too risky or too hard to understand. But what we've seen today is that there's so much more to it than just trying to make a quick buck.
It's about innovation, problem solving, and creating a more equitable and decentralized world.
Exactly. And while there are risks, like any investment, there's also massive potential for those willing to learn and dive in.
That's why I love the whole idea of the deep dive, giving people the knowledge and confidence to navigate this world and make smart choices.
It's about empowering people to be active participants in this crypto revolution, not just watching from the sidelines.
Well said. So for our listeners who are feeling inspired, ready to take that next step, what advice would you give them? Where do they even begin?
The first thing is to educate yourself. There are tons of resources, online articles, videos, podcasts, online courses, you name it. Find what works for you and start with the basics of blockchain technology and the different types of crypto out there.
Just like anything new, right? Learn the basics, find those reliable sources, and don't be afraid to ask questions.
Exactly. Once you have a grasp of the fundamentals, start exploring specific projects that catch your eye. Read their white papers, really understand their goals, and look into their team and their technology.
It's like doing your homework before making any investment.
Right. Don't just jump in without understanding what you're getting into. And remember, the world of crypto changes fast. So stay curious, stay informed, and be open to experimenting.
It's all about embracing the journey, isn't it? Crypto is full of possibilities, but it's up to us to explore, learn, and find what connects with us.
I love that. Well said. I think that about wraps up our deep dive for today.
It has been quite a journey. From IoTeX and the potential of IoT to Energy Web Token and revolutionizing the energy sector, we've covered so much ground.
And we've just scratched the surface. The world of crypto is vast and it's always changing. There are countless hidden gems still out there waiting to be discovered.
So to all our listeners, keep exploring, keep learning, and stay curious. This decentralized future is being built right now.
Thanks for joining us on the deep dive.